Do not just go with the flow. Okay, so too many people make the mistake of in their lives just saying, right, what are you going to do? What are your plans for the future? What are your plans for, the rest of this month, even the rest of this week? And they'll say, yeah, man, I'm just going to go with the flow. Okay, and that is a really, really bad mistake to make, and it's a bad mistake to make both in terms of your life in general, and also specifically in dating and in business matters as well. Just going with the flow is really fatal. It's very, very bad advice. And what I want you to do, what I want you to take from this video is an understanding that just going with the flow, it's not good enough. It's not going to cut it, okay? And here's what I mean by that. It's all very well to say, all right, well, think everything happens for a reason, and let's just see what happens, and, things will work out as they're meant to work out. And yes, there's truth in all of that for sure. I'm not denying that. However, in my view, you need to be intentional. That is to say, you need to have a firm idea about what it is that you actually want out of your life. And you need to be very, very clear on that. And you actually need to write it down. You need to take time, get a piece of paper and a pen, sit down and actually write down what you want in all of the key areas of your life. So in terms of dating, what is it that you actually want? Do you want to have a girlfriend? Do you want to have a variety of different partners? Do you want to be married? Whatever it is, you want to write it down and actually, we talk about visualization a lot. You actually want to visualize it. It needs to be something tangible. You need to be very, very specific. And then in terms of your work life as well, it's not just like, oh, well, I want to work in media or something. Okay, so what does that mean? What does that look like? What area of media? Specifically, what do you want to be doing? I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, fine, that's great. Well, what do you want to talk about? How many videos do you want to do? What style of video do you want to do? Are you going to go for high production with sort of a certain type of editing style? Or are you going to go lo-fi? Or, what are you going to do? You've got to be very, very specific. And then you've got to go for that intentionally, all right? And the idea that you can just go with the flow is really letting yourself down. And I think this is true as well of dating. I was talking to a dude just recently, and he was asking about dating advice. How can I improve my dating life? And I said to him, well, what methods are you using at the moment to meet people? And he was saying, well, I go to parties and, I talk to people at parties and I get their phone numbers and, that's kind of it. And I'm thinking, well, that's fine, but that's not really intentional. Do you know what I mean? That's not really, you're not really leaning into what you want. You're allowing the fates to sort of pull you along too much. And that is kind of classic going with the flow. You're going to somewhere where you've been invited. You're not making things happen, okay? And what you need to be doing is not going with the flow. You need to be making things happen for yourself in all of these different areas of your life. That's always been my philosophy anyway. And there's something exciting about that as well, right? Because there's something amazing about there just being a blank canvas. Say you move to a new city and you don't know anybody there. And then by the end of the first month, you've had 4 dates and you've created friendships with several different people. You've got some business opportunities. Go out there and build it for yourself, right? Okay. I mean, life is there for us to grab it by the horns. Life is there for us to say, no, I'm not going to just put up with what's been doled out to me. I'm not going to accept my own limitations. I'm going to go beyond that. I'm going to create something amazing for myself. And so the idea of going with the flow is completely antithetical to that, and you need to throw that away. And you need to, from today, you need to say, right, I'm going to start to live intentionally. I'm going to start to decide what I actually want, and I'm going to make a plan, and I'm going to go for that. Now, I was talking yesterday in the video about my personal brand mastery course, which is currently available for $97. There's a link below for that. If you're interested in creating a personal brand business where you actually put out content like this, or you put out content that you're passionate about and you find a way to monetize that, then now is really the time to do that. Because, at the moment we're in the middle of this very strange global situation, and, a lot of people are just using it to catch up on Netflix and sort of just hang out and just go with the flow and see when things return to normal. And look, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having rest. There's nothing wrong with chilling for a period of time. But what you have to understand is that if you really want to turn the dial in all of these different areas of your life, then you need to be taking action. And I would say now is the time that you need to be taking action even more than before, because, you know, there's a lot of changes going on at the moment. There's a lot of uncertainty. And the way to get around that is to be a center of action. You know, when you create momentum, the universe tends to bend to your will, and that's what you need to be doing right now. So don't go with the flow, be intentional, work out what you want, and then find a way to move towards that. Do subscribe to this channel for videos during the week. Get on my daily email list, the link is below. And also Renegade Dating Blueprint, which is my collection of 11 books about dating, game, and the dating marketplace, is available for just $39 at the moment. The link is below. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.